Taiga Biome by Franco,
Dahlia,
and Mairin Jacobson. The Taiga biome is spread throughout the northern hemisphere. This season of Survivor is set to take place out in central Siberia along the Tunguska River near the town of Jacobson. Locations similar to this part of central Siberia include Russia, Canada, northern North America, Alaska, and Scandinavia. They are similar in flora, fauna, climate, and precipitation.
The climate in the Taiga is wet and freezing cold. They should expect temperatures ranging from -50 degrees to 1 degree Celsius or -60 degrees to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
Brr, that's cold.
Also, they should prepare to be wet with yearly rainfall at about 30 to 85 centimeters or 12 to 33 inches.
Be sure to bring your umbrella.
And yearly snowfall at about 50 to 100 centimeters or 20 to 40 inches. And be cautious about wildfires.
Ooh, burn. The survivors will be expected to construct their own shelters out of the available natural resources such as lumber, sticks, leaves, mud, and dung. They will receive minimal help from the survivor staff and will be surviving mainly off of their abilities and teamwork. The team members should be concerned about the freezing temperatures, freezing precipitations, and wildfires. The freezing temperatures and precipitations may cause harmful and potentially fatal illnesses such as frostbite, hypothermia, and different types of cardiovascular injury. Wildfires can cause serious burns and a large amount of smoke inhalation, which can cause long-term respiratory issues. Some animals that are native to the taiga that can be eaten include the bobcat, the snowshoe hare, the elk, the deer, the gray wolf, and the Canadian lynx. These animals have adapted to the taiga by developing thick, warm fur coats, camouflage, wide feet to easily walk or run in the snow, and hibernation. For example, bobcats have developed a fur coat to blend in with their surroundings. Also, gray wolves have sharp teeth and claws that help with hunting prey. As well, the Canadian lynx have very furry paws that act like a snowshoe to help with walking and running. Some edible plants native to the taiga include the bilberry, the lingonberry, the cloudberry, and the ice age plant. All of these plants have adapted to life in the taiga by not losing or dropping their leaves to save energy, a root system to save 3 times more water, and developing waxy leaves or stems to help repel freezing precipitation. Some examples of adaptations in trees include the red cedar's ability to take over open fields to grow quickly. Also, the paper birch's bark contains natural oils to resist decay, as well as the jack pine's waxy coating on its leaves to prevent damage from the cold. Some animals in the taiga that may pose as a threat to the contestants are the gray wolf, the grizzly bear, and the bobcat. To defend themselves, the survivors can fend them off with pointy sticks or sharp rocks, make loud, intimidating noises, and not make any sudden movements towards them. Also, to avoid ever getting into a threatening situation with one of these animals, do not invade their territory, do not do anything to anger them, and stay as far away from them as possible. Some problems that are destroying the taigas are deforestation, pollution, wildfires, and acid rain. Things including planting trees, reducing the amount of chemicals in the air, and creating foundations to protect its rights are being done in an attempt to save the taiga. Also, there are other things we could do to save the taiga, such as fixing some of what's been destroyed, protests to stop deforestation, and reducing the number of chemicals we release around the taiga. Our rewards challenge does not raise any alarming ecological concerns. However, if someone does not properly dispose of their waste, the waste may enter the environment, which could potentially cause harm. As long as the wastes are disposed of properly and everyone follows the directions of this challenge, the challenge will not cause any harm to the environment. Each contestant should have a backpack full of items to help them survive. These items should include jackets and blankets to keep warm, a knife to protect themselves from predators, warm clothing to keep warm and prevent illnesses, and a rain poncho to repel precipitation. The contestants will be expected to use mainly natural resources to survive. Such resources to stay warm and heat food include making fires by friction, killing animals for their hides, and making warm shelters with leaves, sticks, and animal skins. For the rewards challenge, the contestants will be strapped together by a rope and will begin by running up and sliding down 4 slippery snow hills. Next, they will run 20 yards and try to find canoe paddles under layers and layers of snow. Once they find all 6 paddles, they will run to their color canoe and paddle down the Tunguska River to a buoy with puzzle pieces. When they dock, they will carry their puzzle pieces on a fallen tree over a snow pit, where if they fall, they must restart. After they cross the tree, they will run to a station where they will put the puzzle pieces together. After they have finished assembling the puzzle, they will run 60 yards to the finish line. The first place team will receive immunity, 5 thick blankets, a fire kit, a large cooking pot, and a large bag of rice. The second place team will also receive immunity, 2 blankets, flint and steel, a small cooking pot, and a small bag of rice. The third place team will receive only 1 thick blanket. The survivors will need to make sure they aren't destroying the environment during the duration of their stay. To make sure of this, they aren't allowed to use anything other than the natural resources and rewards provided by our staff to survive. Also, they must be sure to dispose of waste properly and be sure not to change anything in their environment. Also, they may only eat animals and plants that are not endangered.